Yep. This is very, very, very. I don't even know what to say anymore. Well, let's just stop sitting around doing nothing, and let me get to it. So, a rundown of this is that in December, a new strain of virus called coronavirus. It's a very complicated story, but anyways, coronavirus broke out in China in December, and it was fine for the first few days, even though people started dying. But then, from January onwards, it started to branch out to the entire country. It started in Wuhan, in the province of Hubei, the largest province by population in the whole of China, and possibly the entire world, as it has like 60 plus million people living there. So it branched out to China in January, the whole of China, sorry. Then by the end of the month, Asia had it, a lot of Asia had it, and Europe started to get it too. And then February, that's when things started to get from bad to worse. Italy, Spain, probably not Spain at that time, but especially Italy, it got hit really bad. And a lot of people started to die, and mind you, most of the deaths are older people over the age of 70 with health conditions, and those with health conditions. But I mean, now this month it's gotten real worse. Like the entire world kind of has it now, save for Greenland somehow, from what I've heard. So yeah, not safe anymore, because apparently even healthier younger people whose immune systems are pretty built up, even we are at risk, not just mild symptoms, but possibly of dying, especially through prolonged use of ibuprofen, because apparently ibuprofen just makes it worse as it takes away the fever, and the fever is meant to be the body's way of fighting off viruses, from what I've heard. Yeah, at the moment, what I sound like is 50% what I know, 50% what I heard. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, but the entire world has this virus. It's called COVID-19. That's the name of the disease. The virus that started it is called SARS and COVID-19, whatever shit it is. Anyways, COVID-19, coronavirus, corona, whatever you want to call it, because it's a shit thing that does not want to stick to a single name, has become a global pandemic from the past few weeks onwards. Unlike other diseases, save all other diseases. Alright, let me start again. If you think about all the diseases that came after the Spanish flu of 1918, which killed like up to 50 million people, if I'm not wrong. Back then, it was like, after the First World War or something. Between then and now, we had lots of diseases, some which affected a whole continent. Very few of them affected a whole continent, but it wasn't really causing the rest of the world to worry too much. Now this is worrying. Whereas, say Ebola, for example, only stuck in Africa, and a few people managed to bring it back to a few other places, but it kind of died down. Now it's become such a global thing, to the point where you see shops are becoming empty because people are panic buying, stockpiling all the stuff like there's no one else who even needs it. That's a problem in itself, but yeah. Also, schools are shutting down. In the UK, all schools will be shut to most students from Friday. So yeah, apart from those students who are children of key workers, like NHS staff, lorry drivers, whatever. Those who are eligible for free school meals, those with EHC plan, or those who can't stay home by themselves. Yeah, those students get to stay home. But apart from that, has everyone else has to stay at home, not go to school. I mean, for the most part, thanks to this disease, you're not even allowed to leave your own home unless you wanna walk or run for a small distance, or unless you wanna go shopping. Essentials, mind you, essentials, not random stuff. Anything that you really need. That's where the panic buying situation comes in, because people are like, "Oh, we need them, we need them, we need them, we need them," buying too much stuff to fill your entire house. Then shelves, aisles in the shops are empty. So please don't do that. Now shops are like limiting how much we buy to up to free stuff, up to free things. Sorry. Yeah. So why have I come on here on YouTube to tell you guys that? Since you guys watch the news anyways, or even if you don't, you would have heard about it all on social media through people talking about it offline. Yeah. I don't really need to come on here, but I decided to come on here. Why? Because I'm here for you guys. I'm here for myself, and I'm here for you guys. I'm here for everybody in this whole community, online and offline. Because this is a global pandemic that will definitely affect the whole entire world. Not just in like a few days gone. It's not like that type of situation. We're looking at months, potentially. Months of not being able to go out. Not being able to go to school. What was I shouting? Anyways, you know what I mean. Don't need to explain it here. Just we're looking at months on end of just staying at home, not being able to go to school, not doing your exams being cancelled, not going to the cinema, not going to the park, not going to watch sports, just everything in this world has been put off because of the coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever you want to call it itself. I just want you guys to know that we need to stand up and fight for the whole of humanity against this disease, because it gets worrying. It gets really worrying and concerning by the week, at least. And now today it's come to the point where, like, what can I do? I mean, luckily for us, in my situation at least, my tutor in college has given us some information as to how on earth we're going to be able to carry on with our coursework during these days of self-isolation. That's a good thing. But I don't know how we're going to be able to pull through. I mean, most of us don't even do our work that much at home for homework. So having to do every single piece of assignment that we have left for the whole year at home, that's going to be a toughie, especially in my case. Like, I share a room, right? You guys know that already, if you've been following my channel for some time. I share a room. Yeah, sorry about that. Cousin was hoovering my room, and I had to go clean the bathrooms. So, yeah, there's that. I was like, oh yeah, so I have to share a room with an uncle and a few cousins. Depends on whether they come back from uni or from whatever. So I don't have this room to myself. So chances are me trying to carry on with my coursework as normal on a laptop, on another cousin's laptop that I could use. Yeah, that's gonna be difficult, especially if they're all sleeping when I decide to use it. Like everybody will be asleep. I'm literally the first person to wake up every time, almost every time during the holidays, because I'm more of a morning person myself. Yeah, I'm kind of an early bird. Instead of waking up at 10 earliest, or even 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I wake up at 8, 7 at times, because that's just the way I am. I want to get certain shit done before I move on to other shit, like just going on my phone and watching stuff on YouTube. That's not the point. Point is, if you have been told that that you are not going to school, obviously you won't be able to go to school or anything because the coronavirus. And I'm quite sure the majority of you who are subscribed to me, or any of you who kind of just stumbled on this video on YouTube, go to school or study in any type of way. So you kind of know what I'm talking about, right? Right? Even if you're not from the UK, which kind of makes things a bit complicated for me to explain myself, but the GCSEs, A levels, you won't be able to do them. And if you guys who are supposed to do GCSEs and A level exams this year, just know they're cancelled, in case you didn't know already. But the education system is figuring things all out. The government now is helping us. The Prime Minister initially didn't want to shut down schools, put us on lockdown, because we as younger people are less likely to get infected, at least, or at least not get any symptoms beyond mild symptoms of coronavirus compared to other people. But because we're less likely to get symptoms, or actually less likely of getting severe symptoms or dying of the coronavirus, provided you don't take ibuprofen, which kind of makes it worse, doesn't mean that does not mean that we can go about our days without getting infected by coronavirus, or even just a simple cold or flu or whatever that we may transmit to someone else, that we may infect someone else who is not so fortunate, who's older, or who has health conditions. Yeah. So, yeah. Really, this video is for two things. One, so let you guys know that we can pull through. No, this is a really bad time for me to say that, because specifically in the UK with Brexit and now this, it's kind of just destroying our mental capacity right now, or at least it's doing it to me. Like, I can't even comprehend how on earth we're going to be able to go through this for the next year to 18 months, because apparently, I say apparently too many times, but we know from health experts that there is no cure for the coronavirus. It's still a new thing, so there's no cure. We're not immune to it either, so that's why it spreads so quickly. There will be no vaccine for it for at least 18 months. That's what they say. So we're gonna have to wait until then. The good news is that at least the virus peaks during late spring, early summer. So say by the time the summer holidays actually start, mid-July, we're we're gonna be able to just go about our days without self-isolating as much, because guess what? The virus will die down by then. It, it will be dying by then. And then hopefully by then there will be a vaccine that scientists have come up with. Mind you, they still have to do some animal testing to make sure that it's actually alright to use on humans. Which is why it takes 18 months at least. The earliest date could be 18 months from last month. So technically 17 months from now, earliest, before we can get a vaccine tested to finally get rid of this evil thing. I say evil because it really is evil. Don't get me wrong, guys, it's really evil. I probably wasn't taking it so seriously even last week, or say a few days ago, because nothing's gonna happen, wasn't happening to me. Until I realized that my mum works in the hospital. Yeah, I don't talk about my family life these days, but because it's very complicated. I don't want to tell you guys that. And I've kind of been getting emotional this week as well. So yeah, I don't think I will be able to manage telling you guys that without starting to break down a little bit, I think. But basically my mum lives in Bermondsey, and she works in the hospital. Not as a doctor, but she works in the hospital. She's a cleaner. Why am I explaining my life to you? Anyways, she works in the hospital. That's where most of the COVID-19 cases will be, or any hospital really, but especially including the one that she works in. So she will come across people who have the symptoms of the disease. Hopefully she doesn't have it, because I do see her every Wednesday, so that's kind of iffy. And I do have coughs. Anyways, why am I telling you about my story? Like, this video is getting too long anyways, so the second thing is, we've got to find a way to keep ourselves sane. So perhaps by making this video, I'll be able to keep myself sane a bit longer. Hopefully you guys will keep sane. Hopefully you guys will remain sane for at least a little bit longer too. That we'll be able to get through this without it getting worse. Spoiler alert, it will get worse. Schools have already shut down. Oh, schools in the UK will officially shut down tomorrow, but colleges like mine have shut down already. So don't know what's gonna happen. We never know what will happen until we experience it. It's like Schrodinger's cat. You don't know whether or not the cat is alive or dead until you open the box. So might as well sit this through. And remember, follow the government advice. Don't break them. It's really serious. Don't go out acting like it's fine and dandy, because it really isn't. And to those people who are like, it's just, stop making a big fuss out of it. I was like you a few weeks ago, even a couple of days ago. Now, it's not like I'm scared to the point where I'm gonna go panic buying, stockpiling shit like no one else needs it. Like, I'm not like that kind of person. But I am really, really, really worried. Like, I've got nowhere to go now. And like I go to mosque on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays too, so if the government decides that the whole of the UK will shut down all places of worship, I've literally got nowhere to go for the weekend, because I'm quite sure libraries will be shut too, so I won't be able to study anywhere apart from this room. It's a real problem. So I'll have to somehow pull through. I hope you guys can pull through too. Now, if you can volunteer in your local community in any way, shape or form, like food banks, youth clubs, anything, if any opportunity for volunteering comes up, and if you are free to do so, by all means do so. I mean, I would do so too if I wasn't afraid of my family telling me not to. But you know, that's just me. But I mean, I'll keep you guys updated on YouTube, or maybe not on YouTube, because I mean, it's primarily about gaming, anyways, and vlogs. So I'm not trying to make this about coronavirus or anything political or anything to do with the whole entire world. But I may come on here every now and again to update you guys on it. I already sent a thread on Twitter. I already tweeted out saying that I'll keep you guys updated on here, as I'm doing right now, and especially on Instagram, where I'll be doing this every single day. I'll be updating you guys on my progress on life in quarantine every single day. When I say quarantine, since I go to mosques and all, and the government haven't said anything about that, it's not going to be proper self-isolation type of quarantine. It's more like me going out for like 3 days to go pray Friday prayer at Peckham Rye, or go study at Old Kent Road, or even go to my mum's on the Wednesday. Although she's normally off on Wednesday, but because of this pandemic, she has to come in, and so I only get to see her late in the afternoons, as opposed to like 2 p.m, more like 5 p.m. on Wednesdays. But that's fine for me, because I don't mind. At this point, I don't care what time I get back home. As long as I get to see her, see how she's doing, whatever, get some money, yeah, don't worry about that, yeah. Just as long as she's alright and I get to see her, see how she's doing, see how she and her roommates is doing, and if everything like that. Hopefully everybody else in the entire country and the entire continent, the entire world that I know or don't know are doing. Because this is real, guys, this is real. We've only just gotten started. We just got started with this pandemic. We've only just scratched the surface. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Alright? Because this thing will not go away for at least another year. And I don't even know if schools will even reopen in September. At this point. So I have to keep myself busy. So I hope you guys can stay out there, stay safe. Follow the government's advice. Keep yourself safe. Keep other people safe. Not just for your own good, but for the good for everybody. Alright? Everybody. Only go out when you need to. Don't buy too many stuff. You get all the jizz. Everything else will be online. You can literally go to the government's website. They'll talk about COVID-19 and everything, like essential travel, for example, etc., etc. And they'll update us on, what to do about the education sector, what to do about, food, what to do with, jobs in general, the economy, even mass gatherings, like going to places of worship. Gotta think about that, because Ramadan is coming next month as well, so almost a month's time, Ramadan is coming. Couldn't have come out at a really wrong time. Then again, it's like every year, so there's really no escape. There's really no getting away from it. Even though there's a literal pandemic that is trying to kill us all. And this video is getting long, but just stay out there. Stay safe, kids. And don't take life for granted, alright? Please, I beg. And of course, I'm gonna go now, because I haven't had dinner yet. But for the last time, stay safe. Follow the advice of the government. And do whatever you can, please, to keep this community, keep the whole entire world alive. let's forget about our differences, even with Brexit and everything like that. Let's join together and let's fight this beast of a thing. And hopefully, we'll make it out alive on the other side. The virus completely eradicated, or at least well managed. We just carry on with our normal lives prior to this. And hopefully we become better people as well. Become even more united. Sort everything out from there. And everything will be alright. Trust me, everything will be alright. I've got to go now. Follow me on social media if you want to. I'm not asking you to like or dislike this video or even subscribe. Because this is not about me. It's about everybody. It's about this COVID-19 getting out of control to the point where we need to shut, where this whole country, as well as the entire world, is shutting down. Finally, statistics are going up. At least 200,000 people worldwide have the virus, and over 8,000 have died. It's getting worse. It's not going to get better anytime soon. So, might as well do what we can and just keep living. Right, shadow end. Goodbye.